The late 1980s and early 1990s were a time of hope in the world. The Cold War seemed to be over. In the summer of 1987, David Bowie sang at the Berlin Wall as if preparing the way for what would happen there 2 years later, when on the 9th of November 1989, the spokesman for East Berlin's Communist Party announced a change in the city's relations with the West. Starting at midnight, citizens of the GDR would be free to cross the country's borders. The wall had fallen. Meanwhile, in South Africa, positive developments were taking place that culminated in elections being held on the 27th of April 1994, in which all South Africans, whatever their colour, were able to vote. When South Africa repealed the Population Registration Act, by which rights were withheld on the basis of racial segregation, the apartheid system was effectively ended. The first question I want to ask here is why hopeful events like these, that resulted in the resolution of long-standing endemic injustices, didn't inspire the Israeli government to end the occupation of the occupied Palestinian territories, resolve outstanding issues between Palestinians and Israelis, and usher in a lasting peace. Then, there are two related questions. Why didn't the world put its weight behind moves to make this happen? And, thinking about the current situation, what role might the Gaza war, with its terrible human toll, play, if any, in bringing about the beginning of a global shift? There are no simple answers, but I want to suggest some new ways to think about these problems. In the past, when I asked left-leaning Israeli friends why the end of apartheid in South Africa was not an inspiration for Israelis, I received two different answers. The first was that the whites in South Africa lost, whereas the Israelis have not. This idea distressed me, because it indicated that they believed the end of white supremacy meant defeat for the white population. They apparently couldn't see that it was in fact a victory for both sides. The second, more convincing answer was that the Israelis didn't see their situation as being in any way akin to apartheid, and so did not think that it needed a similar resolution.